Hi. So, I'm gross right now. I haven't brushed my teeth. Just took a 3-hour nap. Whatever. Also, you probably noticed there is a Jane-sized hole. And that's because Jane and I have been super busy. So, I'm doing a solo video, I guess. So, sorry if you are missing Jane, but she'll be back next time. We've just been really busy, so I'm literally making the most boring video in the world, and I am literally just going to talk about the reasons why I'm probably possessed. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the Nice Ones story. This is just going to be a list of stories on why I'm probably possessed. Nice Ones story is my mom one time was telling me about me like as a child, and I guess apparently one time she was really sad because it was the anniversary of my grandmother dying. So what happened is I was like, oh, that's okay. My mom is kind of very into the, like, she believes a lot in like the afterlife and like is kind of religious and stuff like that, and she believes that children have like, or like know a lot about like the afterlife and like what happens. And so I was like, that's okay, Mom, she's with the nice ones. And my mom thought that that was really sweet, and then when she told me about it and expected me to think it was really sweet, but I thought that was creepy because apparently that implies that I knew or there are nice ones, and that would kind of mean that there are also not nice ones, which is scary. And also that I, as a child, knew where people got placed in the afterlife thing. What? So that's the thing. The second one is I had a lot of imaginary friends as a child. I think everyone kind of did at some point or another. But I had one in particular that like creeped out my uncle, which is my friend Emily, who lived in the mirror. So anytime I had a mirror, or I saw myself in a mirror, I was like, that's Emily. She lives in the alternate universe and she looks like me. And I would bring her around and I would talk to her. Like I would just sit in my room with a little tiny mirror that I had and I would talk to her. And also I would bring around mirrors to continue talking to her because I couldn't talk to her without a mirror, obviously. So I could communicate with this girl from another dimension, and my uncle, I brought a mirror with us. We went camping once, I brought a mirror with me, and I would just like sit and talk to her by myself, and my uncle thought I was possessed. So reason number 2. I have a little fake cat thing, it's really soft. This is probably going to be a really short video, by the way. Okay, reason number 3. I only have 4 reasons, by the way. Reason number 3 is, when I was really young, I used to get a lot of really creepy dreams, which I still kind of do, but, my cousin Max, I would tell him these weird things about me, and he thought I was, like, a really, like, creepy person, because, like, I was born on October 13th, on a Friday. And so I was like, I was born on Friday the 13th in October on a full moon. And he was like, oh my god, you're literally like a werewolf, witch, vampire, you're the spookiest thing that exists. Wow, that's so cool. And then he was also kind of afraid of me. But I would also tell him like really weird stories, and I would tell him that they were true, except they obviously weren't, I think. But I think this one was a dream that I told him that I had, but I must have told him that it was the thing that actually happened. So I'm an only child, and I told him that I actually had 100 brothers and sisters. And these 100, out of these 100 brothers and sisters, I was the only one that survived after a monster came and ate all of them and killed them. And and also, I think I told him that they killed my parents, and that the parents that I have now aren't my actual parents, that I was, like, adopted or something. I don't know, when I was a kid, I really liked the idea of being adopted. I was like, that's so mysterious and cool. Whoa. So I watched too much TV, and I read too many books. So I told him that I had 100 brothers and sisters and that they all got eaten by this like monster thing. And he had nightmares about it and thought it was real until he was like 9 or something like that. And then he came and told me about it, and he was like, do you remember when you told me that you had 100 brothers and sisters? So I was like, I have no memory of this. But I do have a memory of, like, after he told me about it, I kind of remembered, like, that I'm assuming it's from the dream or that I actually had or whatever, but, like, I have this weird memory of, like, 100 little kids all just kind of gathered around and then this monster, like, coming through. I don't know, it kind of looked like, I just watched, Attack the Block, that's what it's called. Jesus. If you've ever seen Attack the Block, it's this, movie, and there's these monsters in it that are, or these aliens that have like just a mouth and they can't see anything, like they don't have eyes, and they're basically just a ball of like fur and legs and claws and then a giant mouth, and that's what the monster looks like, so that's the thing. And then the last one is the time I found a death card, like, you know those little cards that have people's names on them, and then the day, like, after they die or whatever, it's like the days that they lived, and it just has little facts about them or whatever. And so the thing is, I was named after my grandmother, and my grandmother didn't have a middle name because that wasn't like it wasn't a thing in Italy, but a lot of people don't have middle names in Italy. And I just kind of sat there for a minute and I was like, oh my god, I'm dead. And it said, like, she died in like the 90s, I think, and she was born sometime in the 30s or something like that. Actually, maybe later than that. I don't know. She died pretty young. But, so I was like, oh my god, have I been, like, making up this whole life? Like, is this the afterlife where you just kind of get reborn and start living again, but you don't have any memory? And I accidentally, like, found my, like, death certificate or whatever, and then I realized that it was my grandmother's name, but, which, I don't know. Then I just kind of went through and started making up a story about how I was, like, actually dead and yada yada, and I told my friend Ruby about it, and they were like, oh god, what if I like a ghost? And then, yeah, so, I don't know. I've told a couple people that story, and they were all like, that's creepy, are you okay? And I was like, no. So anyways, I guess that's that. Sorry this video was super boring, and also sorry Jane is not here, but she will be back next time. Sorry I look gross. Thanks so much for watching. We make videos every Sunday. We had to miss last Sunday's video because of complications, but we're back now. And there's no Jane, I'm Anna. Normally we'd be bullshit. See you next time. Bye!